Welcome back to the channel, Classic Volkswagen Lovers Junior with classic VW books, and now Frankie time. After I did the thorough wash on the car, I brought it here to the garage and I started waxing the car with a polisher machine, and I also have another one over here. So I got a few. And I also have an angle grinder that I'm using for certain spots. I'm using sandpaper, 320 grits. I'm lightly going over some of the surface where there is blue paint, and I'm trying to scoff out whatever it's the biggest mills, over the blue paint, and then I'm going back with the polishing machine. And I'm using rubbing compound which is a heavy-duty cleaner. This one is from Turtle Wax, so you can use whatever brand you prefer. And I'm also using another one that I got at Harbor Freight from Meguiar's. This one is called Professional Fine Cut Cleaner. I've never used this product before. It looks like it does very well. Again, I'm not promoting anyone here. I'm not getting paid to do promotions. I'm just sharing with you some of the products that I'm actually using to do the job. So if you remember from my first video when I started day 1 and 2, all this area right here had blue paint. I've been using the 320 sandpaper grit to go over it, and then with the rubbing compound and this product, I buff it, and it's working. It's actually bringing out some sheen. Like if you look at it closely, you can see that it now shines. If you compare that finish now to this finish here, you can see that this hood is dull. It's not shiny at all. You see that? I kind of like that finish right there on the car, which gives it that patina finish look in it. So I still have to come back and go over that with some putty filler from Bondo. There's actually no holes in this. It's just to kind of like cover that, or maybe just after I treat it with rusty silver to protect that and avoid it from continuing to go into an oxidation stage. I'll come back and repolish it. And if I love the way that it looks after I am done, then I'll probably just put a clear coat over the whole car to achieve that patina look with a sheen in it that is going to prolong the longevity of the patina finish on the car that I will be going for at this very moment. And so next I'm going to provide you a small demonstration on how I am removing these letters from Frankie's original paint. This is a 320 grit sandpaper, and I cut myself just a small piece like that. I'm targeting small areas, just dry sanding it like that. And I'm applying the most pressure over the area that has the very intense blue color in it. So now using a different approach, I'm actually wet sanding it. So at the beginning, I just dry sand it just to kind of like get a few mils off the top. I did not apply, too much pressure to the surface. Now, remember, I am not a auto body technician. This is my car, and I'm just going with what I think works for me right now. Maybe this technique that I'm using may not be the best for you. Remember that my car, it's in a restoration process. I'm trying to get all of this lettering out so that I can salvage this door and reuse it Although I know that you can probably come back and say you can just, you know, strip it down and repaint it. I want to keep the original paint on the car because I'm liking the way it's going right now. I think that I will continue to target that patina look on the car. Now this is not really the big job. The big job is going to be the front hood. And if the hood is actually something that I can salvage, I'm also going to target that with a lot of patience. You know, just do the same thing I'm doing right here. You know, buff, use some product, you know, try something else. If you guys know of a better product than the one I'm using, please, by all means, comment below. Let me know what you guys use to do exactly what I am doing. Or if you like my idea and you think that the way I'm doing it, using, you know, very fine grit and the products that I am using, it's okay, well, let me know too. I mean, I want to hear your feedback. I want to know what you think about what I'm doing. All constructive critiques are always welcome. When it comes to body work, I am no expert. Now, I'm pretty good at fabrication, I'll tell you that. But like exactly what I'm doing right now, I'm no expert. And this is just for me kind of like a trial and error that it seems to be working. So okay, let's give it a wipe to see what it looks like. Oh my God, check that out. What do you think, guys? Check that out. What if I just leave the S there for super? No. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. Don't do that. I gotta be honest with you guys. When I started doing this, I wasn't sure whether or not this paint was gonna come off. Well, I know it was gonna come off. I mean, if I was, you know, going to buff it and grind it or just sand it all the way to the metal, but just exactly what I am doing, trying to salvage whatever paint I can from the car to get and achieve that patina look in the car. I really was not sure that this was going to work. Now, this area right here, I did not go over with the 150, but if I go with the 150 over it, you can see it does not remove it as quick, but it removes some of the mills from the top coat, and then you can go like this. And man, this 320 is like magic. So that's basically what I'm doing in this stage of the restoration. So I'm not gonna keep on boring you with how I buff this. I'll show you the end result of the buffing, because I'm still gonna have to come back and you know, grind some of this raw spots right here and treat them how they need to be treated. Cover them, maybe just well, you know, whatever pores or whatever, you know, it's there, and fix it. But I'll come back and show you the progress later on in regards to that. But meanwhile, we're gonna go ahead and continue buffing this door, and I'll show you later on what it looks like. I have polish from the front fender all the way down up to here. I still have to go here and in this fender, but I just wanted to share with you, you know, it's amazing what a little bit of a time and patience can do for you. Right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and stop here and take a break. It's time for me to go eat. But just keep in mind that if you have any good ideas as you watch me doing this project here in terms of auto body applications or things like that, remember, I am no expert by no means. I'm not a auto body technician. Can I fabricate? Yes. I can assure you that I can cut a panel and weld it back in place if I need to do that. But again, I'm going to try to salvage as much parts as I can that are original to him, like the fenders. They don't make this type of fenders anymore. These are solid fenders. And then if I need to replace a part of a panel here, if I buy the replacement panel, I'm not going to replace the whole panel for the replacement one. I'm just going to cut the portion I need here at the bottom and keep the other parts. Well guys, that's pretty much it for day number 3 today. I'm going to stop here and go eat something. I will try to upload videos after every 2 works day. I'm going to try to keep, Frankenstein, as original as possible, meaning I'm going to try to salvage and refurbish as much metal from him as possible. Like if I need to perhaps purchase an aftermarket panel to fix this bottom part right here, I will, but I'm only cutting this much. I'm not going to replace this whole panel because I want to keep as much as original as possible, if that makes sense. But anyway, it's going in a direction that I like. Here I had to grind a little bit more than I wanted to because I wanted to get to the metal and just get that rust spot out. So I'm going to go ahead and keep on treating that stuff as I go and taking care of whatever needs to be taken care of. But I just wanted to give it a test and see how it went. I think that polishing the car is going to be a good idea because it'll avoid the car from keep on getting any surface rust and stuff like that. And then you'll probably see me maybe within the next few days remove some of the parts from the car, like the runners, the fenders, the bumpers. I may just remove the bumpers so that I can start working in the actual shell and get any parts that need to be cut and re-welded back in place. And then that'll give me a better idea as to which parts I need to order to get the car completed. I know I have to get the heater channels. I know there's a quarter well in the front that I need to cut off and replace that as well. But that, for me, that's fabrication. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing that in a good manner. I'm pretty cautious when I do stuff like that. So fabrication, I should have no problem. I might practice how to apply that mud a little bit in some areas where they're not going to be seen as much, and if it works, who knows, maybe I'll do it so many times that I get good at it, and maybe I'll just end up doing the whole car. I like in the direction that the patina look is going. There's a lot of rust spots right here that I know that if I try to buff that, it's just going to end up like messing up my path. So I'll probably buff these areas that are nicer, just to make sure that I keep protecting just the current color in the car and protecting it from actually rusting out while I continue to restore it. Anyway, that's pretty much it for right now. I'll talk to you later. Welcome back, guys. It's day number 4 since I started working with Frankie. I got the driver's side almost done. I still have to remove the running boards to work on the rust areas and treat them and things like that. But I'm gonna leave that for last. So I spin the car, and now I'm going to be working on the driver's side, removing this lettering from here and polishing the paint. So it's looking pretty good. I like the way it's turning, and I'm going to share with you. You can see the shin on top of the car, it's actually coming out, so you can see how shiny that is compared to that matte color. Shiny, matte, and all the car all the way around was just the same way. So I'm going to continue to buff the car with my polisher and just, you know, get rid of all this lettering right here, and then I'll move, my next step will be to start removing the fenders, the running boards, the glasses. I already removed the front glass, and targeting the bonnet or the hood, right? And I'm going to be removing also the tail lights. So this is coming out, this is coming out, the glasses are coming out, all of the glasses are coming out, and the trim molding. And on the other side, that's another thing that I have to do also, is remove the trim molding and also buff in that area. But I want to share something with you. So I don't know if you recall from the previous video, but inside the car, this area right here was really rusty. It had a lot of surface rust in it, and I applied the Rusty Silver and I let it sit, and it's actually working very well to remove all of that surface rust. So the next thing will be, once I get all the parts that I need to get off from the external, from outside the car, remove like the fenders and the lights and the glasses, the window glasses. So I'll move to the inside. I'm gonna remove this tart boards, which they look amazingly in great condition. So I'll try to see if I can reuse those. I'm gonna treat them, clean them very well with soapy water, things like that. Once I remove them from the car, I'm gonna lay them on the floor and check the other side to see, you know, if it's worth to re-clean them and reuse them. If not, I'll just use whatever I used before as a sound deadener. But so far, it's looking really good. I know that the underneath and the chassis pan, the front cross member fork under that bottom plate, I know I have to replace that because it's there, but it's really weak and I think it's crusty, so it might be just rotten inside, but I'll work on that. This heater channel looks pretty solid except for this area right here, but I'm still replacing those unless I change my mind. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right here. It's only day number 4. I have only been working in the car like a couple of hours a day, except for the first day when I power washed the car. Maybe I worked like about good 4.5 hours. I'm going to keep up loading the progress on the car. And again, your feedback is always welcome. If you know a better way to maybe remove rust, or maybe a better way to just remove paint and stuff like this, just share, and it's very appreciated. You know, constructive critique, as long as it's something that is constructive. It's always good to have feedback from, you know, from folks like our Volkswagen community. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Before I go, I want to say thank you to all of my new subscribers. I want to thank all of my current followers and all of you that comment back every time I load a video. All of the feedback is always welcome. Thank you for your support. And today I want to send regards to Busman54. I hope you're doing fine. Slade's BW Garage, John Freeman, you guys are always there with me. And there's so many of you there giving me support that I'll probably just have to sit down and write a whole list. But if I didn't mention your name, just don't feel bad. You all are there, and I always try to read all of your comments whenever you write back. But you know, it's all good. Really appreciate that support. If this is the first time that you're watching my channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until then, this is Junior with a classic VW Bucks, and now Frankie time.